Hello. Today I have two acoustic guitar amps here. It's the Fishman Loudbox Mini and the AER Compact 60. These have been on the market for a while, but they are still very popular, and I just checked, they are among the top 10 acoustic guitar amps out there. And I see that the AER 60 rank as #1 in some of the links that I checked. I'll leave it to you to decide what you think after we have run some tests. And the Fishman is my private amp. I have had that for years, and I've just borrowed the AER. Let's look at the features. They are both two-channel amps, so meaning that they have one channel for instrument and one channel for a microphone, XLR. So you can have a guitar and set the equalizers and the gain for the guitar, and you can have a separate control for the microphone. Gain, bass, treble for the microphone. That is the similarities, more or less. We can look at the differences. The Compact 60 from AER has a high-low choice, and it has a color choice. I suspect that is a phase switcher, more or less, because the Fishman has a phase switch, and it seemed to give the same effect when I press the color button here on the AER. One more thing that the AER has is that it has a line and mic switch here. So this XLR could be used for a line instead of a mic input. And it also has 4 different kind of effects. It has 2 reverbs, 1 delay, and I think the 4th one is a chorus effect. And you can adjust the level. The effect on the AER is global. That means that when you set an effect here, it will work equally for both channels. So if you set the reverb from your guitar, you will have the same reverb and amount on the vocals if you use a vocal input here. So if we have a look at the Fishman, there is a separate reverb control for each channel. So you can set one amount of reverb for the guitar and a different amount of reverb from your microphone. You can't switch between a line and a microphone input on this one. It's just a microphone. It has the phase switch, as I mentioned, and for effects, it has reverb. It's one kind of reverb, but it has also a chorus effect here. So I think that is more or less the features on the front panel. See on the back side. The flip side, that is the back side on the AER already. So that has, let's see, it has a line out, it has headphones out, it has send and return, it has a tuner input, and it has a foot switch and the direct out. The Fishman has an auxiliary input. You can choose between a regular jack and a mini jack, and it has a direct output also. So with the auxiliary, you could have a backing track, or you can play music during your break or whatever. It's very nice to have the direct out on the amps. I've used this Fishman on live gigs, and I like to use it as a monitor on stage, because then I can set the sound that I'm familiar with the reverbs that I like, and I can send the dry signal, it's pre-effects, that can go to the house PA. So that's very handy. And then the AER also has that feature. So that's very nice. Yeah, so I think more or less that is the features of the amps. I've played them now, so I'm going to let you hear how they sound. I will also play a song where I use the microphone input as well as the guitar in combination, so Busker style. This is a Gibson J45 Standard. It has a Elec Anthem SL microphone system installed. I'm using a Big Shot ABY box to switch between the two amps, so that will give us a good way of comparing just by side. And I'm going to start with adjusting the equalizers on the Fishman for this guitar, because it's kind of a bright character, and you need to set the equalizer settings specifically for each guitar, because they are so different in characters when it comes to acoustics especially. So straight out now it's going into the instrument channel, and if I start by setting everything to noon, no reverb. Sounds rather okay, just out of the box, but I'll start with tweaking the equalizers, and I'll start with the bass frequencies. And I'm jogging the potmeter up and down to find the spot where it kicks in. So this is the Fishman. I'm good now with the settings. I'll leave it here, and I'll play a little on each of them. So I'll start with the Fishman. And the AER. I'm going to switch guitar, so hold on. Yes, this is a Gibson again. It's a HP635W. Same microphone system, the Elec Anthem SL. And I've adjusted the amps the same way I did with the J45. But I adjusted it now to suit this guitar, which has a slightly different character in sound. So this is the Fishman. The AER. Yeah. Fishman. AER. Fishman. AER. AER, yeah. I can hear that they have a different character now, but I did my best to equalize them to be similar, but it's very hard to do that for some reason. But it's probably my ears that are also a bit tired after tweaking the knobs. Yeah, okay. I'll test one more guitar that has a totally different character than these two. So this is an Ibanez. Its model is called V280. I believe it's from the early 80s. So vintage. And you can see that it has been played a lot and loved. A loved guitar. I have always enjoyed playing this guitar. It's been with me for a long time. And I also used it live and it works very well. That was the Fishman. You guessed it, that was the AER. And the Fishman. We can try to strum a little with a plectrum. I haven't used that in the other tests. This is the Fishman. And the AER. Yeah, it sounds amazing with this old guitar, huh? And the Fishman. Just realized that when I'm sitting here and playing acoustic with this, my ears pick up a lot of the guitar as well, even though the amps are pretty loud here. The blend of hearing also the acoustic sound interferes a bit with how I set the sound of the amp. So, and you will mainly pick up the signal from the amps, because there are two mics on each amp, close up, and that is for each amp I have a dynamic mic. This is a SM57, Shure SM57, and there is also a condenser mic on each, and that is an AKG 1000S. So they should be equal to what they pick up. Okay, this is the classical guitar. It's an Esteve. The model is one Elec. It has a preamp, but it's faulty, so I'm not going to use it. But it gave us the opportunity to test the mic in front of it instead. So this is a dynamic mic in Shure SM57 going to the microphone input of the AER Compact 60. And the sound challenge with this is that the sound will change as I move the guitar around the microphone here. So I have to find a sweet spot for it and try to keep that position. Has a little rattling in some frequencies. I suspect that it is the loose preamp in here. Just so you are aware. Here we go. Sounds good in the room. Will be exciting to listen to the recording.
She wakes up to the new day. She makes her face so brave. A little bit of unrest, regrets the words she gave. It's not at all the end of days, and she can't help but run away. The things can go so wrong, and things can go just right. Imagining the worst, her breath feels rather tight. It's not at all the end of days. She can't help but run away. She can't help but run away.
I hope that was useful for you. It was for me at least, because this is my brother's amp and he's been bragging about it for a long time now. So I had to borrow it to test it and compare it with my amp. And yeah, it's not easy to choose between them for me. I'm very fond of my Fishman amp, but this is a very good amp as well. So I think one advantage for me with this is that it has separate reverb for each channel. But I think they are quite similar. They have a different character to the sound, but you can tweak them to be more or less similar, I felt. But as I also experienced in the room was that the sound from the acoustic guitars blended with what I heard here, so it was a bit hard for me to tell how the signal straight from the amp sounded, because it blends with what I hear from the acoustic guitar when I strum it. So we'll have to check the recordings for that. Okay, but that's it for me this time. Bye for now.